Today we're cooking chili and onion polenta slices. I don't really know what polenta is. We're going to find out. It starts off in this jar here. Apparently, there it is, bit of polenta. We're going to cook it. It'll be great. So we start 2 onions apparently, based on this. What's it called? With vegetarian tapas. Here we go. Let's start with chopping the onions, shall we? It says to just, well, I mean, this is quite an ambiguous recipe because it's just saying to add both the onions to a frying pan. It hasn't said anything about chopping them, I don't think, so let's just dump them in. It says peeled and chopped. Look, fair enough, that's fine. My bad. Doesn't say how to chop them though, does it? Hey? And here come tears. Oh boy.
It's too hard.
I just love cooking so much. I just love it. I love it. Now they always say not to mix your red onion with your normal onion, but I say, I haven't got time for that, so. Chopped. The easiest way to test if something's ready to put the onions in is basically just to jam a hand on it. It's very simple. I mean, we've been doing it. Ah, gee, that's actually quite warm. So that's how we know we're ready. And we're ready. Although I do like to see the oil frying up a bit. That's actually really...
So some people would just put a bit of onion in there and...
see if it sizzles.
Yeah.
It's all about the sizzle factor really. I mean, will it sizzle? That's what we're looking for. I reckon it probably will. I'm not going to test it. There's no point. Let's cut to the chase now. Yeah, no, that's going to be fine. Now, 6 minutes they say. Now, as far as timing is concerned, I'm going to try and use this microwave over here. Now, I feel like I've forgotten something. Alright, so what I'm going to do while that's cooking, multitasking. See, they say only chicks can do it. What the hell?
Two 500 mils to be about right.
Yeah, on that half litre. Right, so that's going to heat up quite nicely now. It's saying to use 3.5 cups of stock. Now, I don't have 3.5 cups.
So the measurement's probably on the thing you're holding in your left hand. Like a couple of tablespoons maybe.
Who knows? Who knows? It's a mystery. Okay. So it's going to be about, I'm going to go 4 tablespoons. Teaspoons, 4 teaspoons. 1, 2.
So it sounds like the onions are burning. I don't know if that's possibly the high heat they're on.
Define burnt, mate. I mean, it's...
And how many was that in there?
I know, I've lost count now. Someone distracted me. One more for good measure. One more for rough measure. Alright, so we're going to give that a little bit of stir. And spill as much as we can onto the stove top. Alright, we got 1 more minute to go, and then we're going to take this off the heat, apparently. Alright, probably going to do it. Alright, so now we turn that off. We'll let it sit there. Now this here is boiling up a treat. Now one thing you've got to remember when is to never ever lean on a stove. Right, so what we do, we bring that to the boil, we gradually add the polenta. We are going to need it's going to work very nicely, you know, this polenta has got a nice grainy feel to it. Alright, so we throw in one. It says to add it gradually, but I like to just throw it in apparently. Keep stirring, and then add the other one in. I didn't read the rest of it. Once boiling, gradually add the polenta, constantly stirring, reduce the heat. I don't quite
How much you add?
I don't know.
That's not...
We'll see. We'll see. Then everyone's going hungry that there isn't enough polenta. Then you'll be like, oh Jeff, you should have put more polenta in. Right, so keep stirring. Now that is...
How long does this cook for?
Thick.
Do you have to turn it down after this?
Let me read it. Reduce the heat, continue stirring until it's thick.
Yeah, well... Sorry, just take a peek. Take a peek, Jeff.
I don't need advice, mate. I know what's going on.
Turn it down a little bit. Feels like little kids being sick in it.
Oh! Yeah, no, that's still bubbling away nicely. And you really got to watch yourself, because if you're going to come in here on a cook show wearing a white shirt, is the question. Now that heat is just not going down. It's ridiculous. I just can't understand. But this is thickening up quite nicely now. At some point I think it says to add some... Really ain't reduced. That's got to come off there. This will take about 10 minutes. 10 minutes? But it's done. It's thick. Thickened. Get off. It's thickened. We're done. We're done here. And it goes. Beautiful. Probably needs a bit of heat now to melt the butter. That butter is going to melt just nicely. It's going to be delicious. 2 tablespoons of grated parmesan. Now I'm going to need a grater at this point. Here it is. 2 tablespoons. I'm going to make it up. Some chef has informed me that's probably enough. Now, chili flakes. Well, chili powder may be a little bit more than what's called for, but... This is looking like a big fat mess. I mean, if you get in there and have a look, you're like, well, I don't want to eat that at all. But just hang fire, and this is going to be delicious. I reckon we're just about done here. Now, as you can see, that's coming out very nicely. Look at this. Ho ho! Oh, that is brilliant. Now, it says, let's just cover it all up nice and evenly into the corners there. That's it. Yeah, right in the corners. So that should be pretty much done. Oh yeah, so we bring it out, and it's just this nice rubbery, like, hear that? Like rubbery feel to it. It's good. Now, we have to remove the polenta from the tin using a large sharp knife, cut the polenta into 12 squares. Squares. Alright. Okay, so so what we're going to do, remove this from the tin, and then using the sharp knife, we're going to cut it into 12 squares. So ready? Bang. Out it comes. Just as simple as that. Out she pops. She's just going to slide right out there. Now, the reason why I'm having this trouble, it's completely my fault. Recipe, spot on, it's bang on. I didn't oil the tray. So what you need to do is oil the tray, and then it'll just be like, bang, out it comes. But this one's not going to come out like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to slice around the edges. Beautiful. Alright, cool. Now, so that's upside down, but that's okay. I can deal with that. What we're going to do is go 12, so I'm thinking... so I'm getting some advice here. Easy.
Turn the oven off.
We're going to go bang. We're going to go bang. You start in the middle, work your way out, you're always going to end up with some nice even squares. We're going to go bang. Alright, that gives us 4. Now we've got 8. Now, a little bit of thought in the process. I've gone straight off. This is going to be very difficult to turn into 12. Doesn't take a math genius to figure that out. So what we're going to go with, we're going to go with 8. We're just going to pop them on the tray.
Go half.
We're going to
go with half.
Another half, you reckon?
Yeah.
Half these, you reckon?
Yeah.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Like this?
You can do that.
So we're going to go 16 instead of 12. Alright? Here we go. Boom. Little polenta fingers, these ones. Whew. Definitely not squares. Alright, there we go. We've got some nice little polenta fingers going here. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to brush with olive oil. Now, and about 8 minutes on each side. So here it goes. I'm going to slot it into the second top one. We don't want it too close, but we want them to cook still. I might just grab that little bit of... that's warm. And we're done. Chilli and onion polenta slices.